Good morning and welcome back. I'm glad you made it out today. Let's get started on our week 2, day 4. Today is like our Friday, so let's make it count. Let's start off with the table of contents on page 3. I'm looking at reading language arts, week 2, and it's telling me to go to page 15. So let's go to page 15. When you go to page 15, it actually doesn't say day 4. So that simply just means turn the page, and it's on page 16. So day 4, caregiver. You're going to lead 2 literacy skill building activities. So first one is phonological awareness activity, mystery game. That's on page 46. Mystery game. You're going to play a mystery game in which you are calling your child's name or looking for an object around the house. For example, say, I'm thinking of someone whose name begins with, and then you're going to say the letter T, the sound T. Or I'm looking for an item that begins with, and then you're going to say the sound G. So I'm going to do some examples. I'm looking for something that starts with pen. Or I'm looking for something that starts with bag. I'm looking for something that starts with cup. Last one. I'm looking for something that starts with watch. Alright parents, so it's your turn to do it at the house. You can do names, you could do objects, so I challenge you to do at least 5. Let's go back to page 16 so we can see what the other activity is. So what I noticed is that TEA accidentally didn't put a phonics activity. So it said here 2 literacy activities, I only see 1. So no worries, I'm going to choose my own. So let me go to the phonics activities. That's on page 50 or 51. And I'm just going to choose one. You can choose your own, but I'm going to choose this one. I think I'm going to choose shopping for syllables. So you're going to help your child take words apart. As you and your child shop, clap the number of syllables in the name of each item as you put in your shopping basket. So let's pretend that this is your shopping basket. So as you're putting the food in your shopping basket, you're going to clap it apart. For example, we're going to say this is a breakfast bar. So breakfast bar. What other? Let's say this is just like the coffee ground. Ready? Coffee. Coffee. Let's pretend this is a banana. Banana. So parents, as you shop, have the students clap out those syllables. Banana. Stay tuned because I'm going to show you a video of clapping those syllables.
Syllables, they're what you get when you take a word apart. We'd be miserable without syllables. They're what you get when you take a word apart. Count some syllables, clap it out. Clap it out. This is how we rock with syllables. Clap it out. Clap it out. Mice. Bake. Cheese. Cakes. Put it all together now. Mice, bake, cheese, cakes. One more time. Mice, bake, cheese, cakes. I guess a mouse would bake a cheesecake, right? Syllables, it's the syllables. They're what you get when you take a word apart. We'd be miserable without syllables. They're what you get when you take a word apart. Count some syllables, clap it out. Clap it out. This is how we rock with syllables. Clap it out. Clap it out.
2 syllables. Let's do it.
Awesome. Hamster. Birthday. Party.
Put it all together now.
Awesome hamster birthday party.
One more time.
Awesome hamster birthday party.
That was a crazy party.
Syllables, it's the syllables. They're what what you get when you take a word apart. We be miserable without syllables. They're what you get when you take a word apart. Count some syllables. Clap it out. Clap it out. This is how we rock with syllables. Clap it out. Clap it out.
3 syllables. Work it out.
Chimpanzee, chimpanzee, volunteers, volunteers, inspecting, chandeliers, chandeliers.
Put it all together now.
Chimpanzee, volunteers, inspecting, chandeliers.
One more time.
Chimpanzee, volunteers, inspecting, chandeliers. I can see everything in here now. Syllables, syllables, they're what you get when you take a word apart. We be miserable without syllables. They're what you get when you take a word apart. Count some syllables. Clap it out, clap it out. This is how we rock with syllables. Clap it out, clap it out.
4 syllables get complex.
Invisible, invisible. Alligators, alligators. Appreciate. Calculators, calculators.
Put it all together now.
Invisible. Alligators, appreciate. Calculators.
One more time.
Invisible. Alligators, appreciate. Calculators.
They can count.
Syllables, they're what you get when you take a word apart. We be miserable without syllables. They're what you get when you take a word apart. Count some syllables. Clap it out, clap it out. This is how we rock with syllables. Clap it out, clap it out.
5 syllables. Blow it up.
Vegetarian. Hippopotamus. Evaluating. Potato salad.
Put it all together now.
Vegetarian, hippopotamus, evaluating potato salad.
One more time.
Vegetarian, hippopotamus, evaluating potato salad. My evaluation of the potato salad is really great. Syllables, they're what you get when you take a word apart. We be miserable without syllables. They're what you get when you take a word apart. Count some syllables. Clap it out, clap it out. This is how we rock with syllables. Clap it out, clap it out. Syllables.
Yeah, my mom's potato salad's better than your mom's.
Not really, but we'll see.
Watch another video.
Okay, now that we have finished with the phonics and phonological, we're going to move on to reading and writing. And we're going to finish that book that was on page 72. Engineering with light and sound. But remember, boys and girls, we stayed off on page 75. So I'm going to start on this page. Window blinds. The problem. Sometimes people want light coming in through the window. At other times, they don't want any light coming in through the window. The solution? Engineers designed window blinds. The blinds are made of material that doesn't let any light to go through. You can open the blind or close them. When the blinds are closed, they block the light. Window blinds block sunlight. Beach umbrellas. The problem? People like to sit on the beach on sunny days, but it can be hot in the sunlight. People want to sit in the shade. The solution? Engineers designed beach umbrellas. These large umbrellas have thick cloth that blocks most of the light and lets almost no light through. A beach umbrella makes a shadow on the beach where people can sit down. Beach umbrellas block sunlight to make shade. Insulated windows. The problem? When it's very cold outside, people spend most of their time inside warm buildings. Still, people want to let the sunlight into building, but keep cold air out. The solution? Engineers design insulated windows. These windows keep it warm inside because they block cold air from coming in. The windows block air, but they don't block much light at all. They are clear and they almost let all the light go through them. Many insulated windows have 2 layers of glass. Insulated windows block cold air from coming in, but they don't block much sunlight. Shadow puppets. The problem. People like to tell stories with shadows. They want to make shadows that look like characters from stories. The solution? Artists design shadows puppets. Artists sometimes design solutions like engineers do. Shadow puppet artists shine a light on a screen. They make a puppet to block some of the light. The puppet is in the shape of a character. It makes a shadow in the same shape. Shadow puppets block light in the shape of a character. Display cases. The problem. Museums have lots of things from long ago. These things are rare, and they break easily. Museums want people to be able to look at the things, but not to touch them. The solution? Engineers designed display cases. A display case keeps the things in a museum safe. The display case blocks people's hands from touching, but it doesn't block much light. The display case lets almost all the light go through so people can see the things inside. A display case keeps people's hands out but lets the light go through. Tinted windows. The problem? People want light inside a building, but they don't want too much light. The solution? Engineers design tinted windows. The windows let some light through, they block the rest of the light. This photo shows parts of a tinted window. The glass blocks some of the light and lets some light go through. This building has tinted windows. Designing things that reflect light. Emergency signal mirror. The problem. Sometimes hikers become lost in the woods. Rescuers send planes to try to find them. But from a plane, it is hard to see a person in the woods. Hikers need a way to send a signal to a search plane flying high overhead. The solution. Engineers design signal mirrors. A lost hiker can use the mirror to reflect sunlight and flashes. People in search planes can see the flashes of light. The reflected light sends a signal. It tells the people in the plane that the lost hiker is below. This mirror reflects light to a send signal. Safety vests. The problem. When people are outside at night, it is hard to see them. The solution? Engineers design safety vests. The vests are made of shiny material that reflects lots of light. They look bright. Wearing a safety vest helps people see you at night. This boy is wearing a safety vest. Safety vests reflect light. Disco balls. The problem? People wanted a new way to have fun. The solution? Engineers design a disco ball. People shine a light on the ball. The ball spins and reflects light in all directions. Disco balls are just for fun. This disco ball is reflecting dots of light on the wall. A disco ball has little mirrors all over it. Speakers. The problem? When a rock star sings on stage, big crowds come to listen. People have to be able to hear the music from far away. The solution? Engineers design speakers. Big speakers make powerful vibrations. They make the music louder. The loud sound gets to everyone's ears. Lots of people came to hear the rock star sing. These are big speakers. They make the music louder. Lithotripter. The problem. Sometimes pieces of hard material form inside a person's body. The hard material can cause pain and other problems in the body. Doctors need a way to break up the pieces of hard material. The solution? Engineers design the lithotripter. The name sounds like lithotripter. This machine sends sounds into a person's body. The sound makes the pieces of hard material vibrate. The vibrations break up the pieces so that they are small enough not to hurt the person anymore. This person is sick. Doctors are using a lithotripter to help her get better. Tornado siren. The problem? Tornadoes are dangerous storms that can happen suddenly. When a tornado is coming, weather scientists need a way to warn everybody quickly. Engineers design tornado sirens. These sirens have speakers that vibrate to make very loud sounds. The sounds can be heard over long distances. In places where tornadoes happen, people listen for the sound of the tornado siren. When they hear the siren, they know a tornado is coming. Everybody gets to safety. This siren uses a sound to warn people a tornado is coming. Guitar. People like the sound of a piano, but a piano is too big to carry around. Engineers design guitars. A guitar has keys like a piano. It sounds like a piano, but it is small enough to carry around. A guitar has keys like a piano. This man is playing a guitar. All right, parents and boys and girls, your parents will finish off the book with this page at home, and that is all for the book. Let's move on back to week 2, day 4. We are done for day 4. Move on to math. I'm gonna go to the table of contents. I'm gonna go look at week 2 under math, sending us to page 30. Here I am on page 30. Week 2, day 4. Oh my goodness. Week 2, day 4. So we are going to do lesson 9, word problem, and you're going to find that on page 180. You're going to help the student understand how to answer the word problem. The word problem already includes the answer and example of what the student work should look like. After that, you are going to complete problem set 206. But first, let's get started on word problem 9. Okay, word problem 9. A squirrel found 8 nuts in the morning, 5 nuts in the afternoon, and 2 nuts in the evening. How many nuts did the squirrel find in all? Let's start off by drawing. So, the squirrel found 8 nuts first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next, the squirrel found 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in the evening, the squirrel found 2. 1, 2. So I'm going to start by writing 8 plus 5 plus 2 equals, well, let's find which addend makes 2. So here's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm sorry, which addend makes 10? Which of these 2 numbers will make 10? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is that 10? No. 8, 9, 10. So 8 and 2 make 10. So I'm going to break it down by writing 10. Means 8 plus 2 is 10. So now I'm just going to take the 5. 10 plus 5 equals, let's count it off. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10 plus 5 equals 15. So the squirrel found 15 nuts. The squirrel found 15 nuts. Just finished with lesson 9. That was on page 181. I'm going to go back to page 30. Day 4. We finished with 180. Now you're going to move on to 206. You're going to work on problem set 9, questions 1 to 12. 1 to 12. After that, you're done for day Alright, lastly we have science and social studies. I am on page 3, table of contents. Looking at week 2, I'm going to page 38 to look at day 4. Day 4, social studies. Continents and oceans. We're going to read about the continents and oceans background information on page 360. You're going to review the key vocabulary with the students. You're going to ask the students, what are the different continents and oceans? Can you locate them on a map? You're going to ask the students to draw a continent they would like to visit and tell why. So let's go to page 360. Continents and oceans. Parents, go ahead and read this page to them. What I'm going to show you after is a book about continents. And then I'm going to show you the brain pop video. So we're going to close off with that brain pop video. After that, we are done for the day. So I am going to go back to that page 38 to check off day 4 of week 2. We are done for the day. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your time in the summer, and I'll see you again next week. Bye-bye.
Is made up of land and water. We call the largest areas of land on Earth continents. Let's count the continents. North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica. Asia is the largest continent. Can you find it? Asia. The Great Wall of China was built in Asia about 2,200 years ago. Africa is the second largest continent. Which one is it? Africa. Africa is home to the cheetah, the world's fastest animal. North America and South America are connected. Where are they? North America, South America. South America is home to the largest rainforest in the world. Europe is the only continent without a desert. Where is it? Europe. The Ural Mountains separate Europe and Asia. Australia is the smallest continent. Antarctica is the coldest. Where are they? Australia. Antarctica. Australia is home to the kangaroo. Antarctica is home to the emperor penguin. How many continents are there? North America, South America, Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Antarctica. 7. Spin a globe or open a map. Count the 7 continents. Glossary. Continents. Con-ta-nants. The largest land masses on Earth. They are Asia, Africa, Europe, North America, South America, Australia, and Antarctica. Desert. Des-ert. A large, dry area of land that gets very little rain and is sandy. Very few plants can grow because there is not enough water. Earth. Earth. The planet on which we live. Earth is the 3rd planet from the Sun, between Venus and Mars. Globe. Globe. A globe is a sphere or ball-shaped model with a map of the Earth printed on it. Globes usually show larger areas of land and water, such as continents and oceans. Land. Land. the part of the Earth's surface that is not covered by water. Map, map. A flat drawing of an area. There are maps of streets, towns, cities, the world, and much more. Maps contain symbols and colors, which all stand for something larger.
Where are you going, Moby? You're going on a trip around the world? Where are you going first? What are continents and oceans? A continent is one of the large land masses on Earth. The continents are North America, South America, Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia, and Antarctica. Most of the continents are separated by oceans. An ocean is a very large body of water. The Arctic Ocean is in the far north. The Pacific Ocean is west of North and South America and east of Asia. The Atlantic Ocean is east of North and South America and west of Africa and Europe. The Indian Ocean is below Asia, between Africa and Australia. The Southern Ocean surrounds Antarctica. Throughout the world, there are also seas, which are smaller bodies of water. We live on the continent of North America. What is North America like? The United States of America, Canada, and Mexico are all countries in North America. Central America is the long, narrow part of North America that connects to South America. North America has many plains, which are wide, flat lands that often have rich soil. The Great Plains covers parts of the United States and Canada. The Rocky Mountains are the longest mountain range in North America. They stretch from the southern part of British Columbia in Canada all the way down to New Mexico in the United States. Some people consider North America and South America to be part of the same continent. What is South America like? The equator is an imaginary line that goes around the middle of the Earth. Most of South America lies in the southern hemisphere, which is the area below the equator. The Amazon rainforest is in South America, and it's the largest tropical rainforest in the world. The Andes Mountains of South America make up the longest mountain range in the world. The Andes mountain range goes through 7 countries. What is Africa like? Parts of Africa are in the northern hemisphere, and other parts are in the southern hemisphere. Africa also spans across the eastern hemisphere and the western hemisphere. The Sahara Desert is in Africa, and it's the largest in the world. It's almost as big as the United States. Africa is home to some really amazing animals, and some are only found in the wild on this continent. The Nile River is in Africa, and it's the longest river in the world. What is Europe like? There are about 50 countries in Europe, but 27 of them have come together to form the European Union and share resources. The Alps are a mountain range that stretches across part of Europe. In northern Europe, there are fjords, which are long, narrow inlets with steep sides. They're created by glaciers, which are large, slow-moving bodies of ice. Some people consider Europe and Asia to be part of the same continent. What is Asia like? is the largest continent on Earth. It also has the most people. Over half of the world's population lives in Asia. Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world, and it's on the border between Nepal and Tibet. The Great Wall of China is one of the longest structures ever built by people. It's about 4,000 miles long. India is in South Asia, and it's above the Indian Ocean. India has 22 official languages, but there are hundreds of different languages spoken there. What is Australia like? Australia is the smallest continent. It's entirely in the southern hemisphere, so people call Australia the land down under. The Australian outback is a large, dry area that is far from cities. But all of Australia isn't hot and dry. There are also rainforests on the continent. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia is the largest reef system in the whole world. Australia is the only continent that's also a country. What is Antarctica like? Antarctica is the southernmost continent. The South Pole is in Antarctica. The whole continent is a cold and windy place, and it's frozen in ice all year long. No one lives there all year round, but scientists visit to study the area. Anyway, Moby, where's the first stop on your trip? The cafeteria.